Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the star of our show, Teri.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of The Music and Me. I'm your host, Teri, and today we are officially stepping into the holiday season. So, grab your hot cocoa, plug in your Christmas lights, and maybe even hit that defrost button because we're talking about the one woman who essentially owns December. That's right, the queen of Christmas herself, Mariah Carey. Every year, without fail, the moment the calendar flips from October 31st to November 1st, there she is, emerging from her glittery slumber like a fabulous holiday butterfly. And suddenly you hear those iconic notes. I don't want a lot for Christmas. And boom, it's officially Christmas time. But how did Mariah Carey become the ruler of all things merry and bright? How did one song turn into a full-on cultural takeover that dominates radio stations, malls, TikTok, Hallmark movies, and basically the entire planet from November to January? Well, today, we're unwrapping that story. We're diving into the creation of All I Want for Christmas Is You, how it became a modern classic, and how Mariah transformed herself into a sparkling, high-note-hitting holiday icon. So, plug in, get cozy, and let's jingle all the way into this festive journey. All right, so let's rewind the clock all the way back to 1994. Mariah Carey was already a superstar. She had the voice, the hits, the awards, the big hair, the iconic 90s glamour. But what she didn't have yet was a Christmas empire. At that time, it wasn't exactly common for young pop artists to release Christmas albums. Holiday music was usually something singers did much later in their careers, almost like a bonus gift to their fans. But Mariah, she said, why wait? And honestly, thank goodness she didn't. Mariah teamed up with producer Walter Afanasieff, and together they set out to make something fun, festive, and timeless. And here's the wild part. They wrote All I Want for Christmas Is You in just a few minutes. Minutes, people. Meanwhile, I can't even decide what wrapping paper to use in that amount of time. Mariah has talked about wanting the song to feel like the Christmas music she grew up with. The classic, warm, shimmering sound inspired by Phil Spector's Wall of Sound and those big 60s holiday records. You can hear it instantly. Those bells, that piano, that upbeat energy that practically jumps out and decorates your living room for you. And not everyone realizes this, but Mariah co-wrote the song herself. She wasn't just the voice, she was the creative force behind it. She knew exactly what she wanted the song to sound like and how she wanted people to feel when they heard it. What makes it even sweeter is how pure the message is. It's not about gifts or snow or Santa. It's simply about wanting to be with the person you love. That's it. It's simple, relatable, and honestly, kind of refreshing. Little did she know, that tiny spark of holiday magic she created in 1994 was about to turn into a full-blown Christmas phenomenon. But at that time, it was just Mariah, a piano, some sleigh bells, and a dream to bring a little joy to the world. And let me tell you, she did just that. So once Mariah released All I Want for Christmas Is You on her 1994 album, Merry Christmas, it did well. People liked it, it charted, and it became part of the holiday rotation. But here's the twist. It didn't instantly become the mega hit we know today. Nope, this song aged like fine wine and candy canes. For years, it slowly grew and grew. And then, once streaming, YouTube, and social media came along, the song absolutely exploded. It became the holiday anthem. Suddenly, every December, people were streaming it like their lives depended on it. It started climbing the charts again, and then again, and then again. By 2019, 25 years after it was released, the song finally hit #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 for the very first time. And it didn't stop there. It's returned to #1 multiple times, making it one of the only songs in history to top the charts in different decades. At this point, it's basically the soundtrack to the holiday season. You walk into a store in December, boom, there it is. Turn on a Christmas movie, there it is. You go on TikTok, someone is lip syncing to it with reindeer antlers. It has become unavoidable in the best possible way. And the numbers behind it are unbelievable. It sold over 16 million copies worldwide. It brings in millions every single year. It's one of the most streamed Christmas songs of all time. And it's now a modern classic on the same level as Bing Crosby's White Christmas. But honestly, what really pushed Mariah into Queen of Christmas territory wasn't just the song's success, it was how she embraced it. Every year, without fail, on November 1st, the internet waits. Fans start whispering, is it time? Is she defrosted yet? And then Mariah releases one of her iconic videos. Sometimes she's breaking out of a block of ice. Sometimes she's smashing a pumpkin with candy cane heels. And that's when we all know it's officially Christmas. Mariah has turned the release of the holiday season into an event. She doesn't just have a Christmas song, she has a Christmas empire. And it all started with this one little tune she wrote in minutes back in 1994. And honestly, can we blame the world for loving this song so much? It's joyful, it's catchy, it's warm, and it instantly puts you in a good mood. It's like someone bottled the feeling of decorating your Christmas tree with your family and turned it into a melody. If one song could save Christmas, this would be the one. Okay, so by now, it's obvious that Mariah Carey has a claim to the throne of holiday music. But let's break down exactly why she's the Queen of Christmas. And it's more than just one song. First, there's her music catalog. After All I Want for Christmas Is You, she released her full Christmas album, Merry Christmas, and later, Merry Christmas to You. Tracks like Oh Santa and her take on classics like Christmas, Baby Please Come Home aren't just filler. They're instantly recognizable, fun, and full of her signature vocal acrobatics. Basically, she's built a whole festive universe around her voice. Next, there's her influence on pop culture. Before Mariah, Christmas music was, well, a little predictable. Bing Crosby, Nat King Cole, those classic tunes. But Mariah made it glamorous, fun, and cool. Now, every pop star from Ariana Grande to Kelly Clarkson has a Christmas song, and they're all standing on her sparkling shoulders. And let's talk about her brand and persona. Mariah isn't just singing about Christmas, she is Christmas. The glitter, the fur, the long nails, the high notes that hit every angel in the choir. She embodies the over-the-top, magical holiday energy. She's like if Christmas got a VIP upgrade. And she leans into it with humor, charm, and a little sass. Remember when she tried to trademark Queen of Christmas? That is peak Mariah. Then there's her annual return to the season, which has basically become an event. Every November, the world waits for Mariah to emerge, and she doesn't disappoint. Social media explodes, memes circulate, playlists start blasting. It's a ritual. She's taken something simple, a song, and turned it into an experience, a moment, a tradition. And finally, there's her enduring magic. The truth is, very few artists manage to create something that lasts this long. A Christmas classic isn't just about hitting number one once, it's about being part of people's lives year after year. And Mariah has done that like no one else. She hasn't just made a song for Christmas, she's made a holiday soundtrack for generations. So, when you hear her voice ringing out in December, know this. She's not just singing a song, she's reminding us that Christmas is glamorous, joyful, and maybe a little extra. Exactly like the Queen herself. So we've talked about how the song was created, how it grew into a worldwide phenomenon, and why Mariah is the undisputed Queen of Christmas. But let's pause for a second and talk about the legacy of this song, because it's nothing short of extraordinary. First off, it's become a modern holiday classic. Think of it like the white Christmas of our generation, something people can't imagine December without. It's played in stores, on the radio, in movies, and even in commercials. Then there's its influence on other artists. Mariah set the gold standard for pop Christmas music. From Ariana Grande to Kelly Clarkson, countless artists have tried to capture that same magic. But Mariah did it first, and she did it best. She created a blueprint for holiday hits in the 21st century. In the fun facts, there are so many. The original music video was shot to look like a cozy home movie, giving it a timeless, nostalgic feel. The song inspired a children's book, an animated special, and endless covers by other artists. In 2019, nearly 25 years after its release, it reached #1 on the Billboard Hot 100, proving that a song truly can get better with age. But beyond charts and trivia, the song's true legacy is how it makes people feel. It brings joy, warmth, and nostalgia. It makes people dance, sing, and remember the moments that make the holiday season special. That's not something you can quantify. That's magic. Mariah didn't just write a Christmas song. She wrote a holiday anthem that spans generations, a song that people associate with love, joy, family, and celebration. And every year, she reminds us all that sometimes all you really want for Christmas is a little music, a little sparkle, and a whole lot of holiday cheer. Before we wrap things up, let's sprinkle in some more fun with Mariah Carey trivia. Things you probably didn't know, or maybe you did. Mariah actually performed at the White House during the holidays in 1994, the same year All I Want for Christmas Is You was released. Talk about starting strong. She's also been credited with reviving the Christmas album trend in the 90s. After her, almost every major pop artist felt inspired to release their own holiday collection. Mariah has a signature Christmas outfit, those sparkling, festive ensembles with glitter, sequins, and long fur trims that are basically as iconic as the song itself. The song has been used in space. Astronauts have played it on the International Space Station to get in the holiday spirit. Mariah has a personal tradition of listening to her own Christmas album nonstop from November through January. She really lives the holiday music life she's created for the rest of us. And of course, we've got to talk about the memes. Every November, the internet explodes with jokes about Mariah defrosting from her seasonal hibernation. She's emerged from ice blocks, sparkling in holiday glamour, and reminded us all it's officially Christmas. It's become its own cultural moment that fans now eagerly anticipate each year. Finally, I want to dedicate this episode to all of you, my amazing listeners. This holiday episode is my gift to you from the music and me to your headphones. Whether you're trimming the tree, wrapping gifts, or just sipping cocoa, I hope Mariah's magic and maybe a little of my commentary brings a smile to your face and a sparkle to your season. Because if there's one thing Mariah teaches us, it's that Christmas is about joy, love, and of course, music that makes your heart sing. Also, I do want to note that some people despise this song because it's played over and over and over again. I, however, love this song, and I just did a workout to this song before I recorded this episode. Some people hate it, some people love it, but it's still a holiday classic. And that's a wrap on our holiday deep dive into Mariah Carey, the queen of Christmas herself. From the creation of All I Want for Christmas Is You, to her rise as a cultural icon, to all those memes that sparked the start of the season, it's clear that Mariah hasn't just given us a song, she's given us a whole holiday experience. I hope you enjoyed this little festive journey and that it brings a bit of sparkle, joy, and maybe even some high notes into your season. Consider this episode my gift to you, because there's no better way to kick off the holiday season than with a little Mariah magic. And speaking of celebrations, next week's episode is extra special. Not only will it be the season finale, but it will also mark my 100th episode of The Music and Me. Can you believe it? I never imagined that I'd reach this milestone, and I am so excited to celebrate it with all of you. We'll be taking a look at how music has changed from vinyl to streaming, reflecting on the evolution of music and the incredible journey we've taken together over 100 episodes. So mark your calendars, grab your favorite headphones, and join me next week as we celebrate music, memories, and the joy that keeps us listening. Until then, happy holidays, stay cozy, and of course, keep the music in you. Peace out, everyone.
This has been the Music and Me podcast. Subscribe now so you don't miss a beat.